What a great St. Patrick's Day, but boy, my head is killing me. And Ronnie's supposed to be over here any minute. I better get up and after it. I don't know how people do this every night. What's that smell? It smells like a cross between blue cheese and burning rubber. The only thing I know smells like that is...
Rodney!
Before we go any further, I'd like to remind you guys, please don't forget to mash that subscribe button, give me a big old thumbs up, maybe even leave me a comment or two. I sure would appreciate it. For this year recipe, you're going to need some olive oil, some salt. You're also going to need as many potatoes as you want to make up and a nice herb blend like this herbe de Provence and a stick of butter. Hey y'all, and welcome to another episode of Eatin Good in the Woods. Channel that shows you just because you're camping doesn't mean you got to eat like a hobo. Today we are going to make a classic Hasselback potato, but in the Dutch oven. So I guess we better get those taters cleaned up, hadn't we? Let's get after it. Right, now like I said, I'm doing 3 potatoes. You guys do as many as you want, as many as your Dutch oven will hold. But we need to start off by flattening the bottoms of these potatoes. I'll show you why here in just a minute. Then we're going to take 2 wooden kitchen spoons and lay them parallel with each other and put a potato in the middle of it. Then we're going to start making very thin cuts, about 1/8 of an inch wide. And be careful at the beginning and the end of the potato because the knife will go straight through. It's not quite meeting those kitchen spoons yet. So continue on down that potato till you get it finished. So the other day, Rodney told me he went to go get a cooling over at his favorite watering hole, Billy's Pool Hall Taxidermy and Hair Care Salon, when he couldn't find a parking space. So he prayed, Lord, please open up a parking space for me and I'll go to church every Sunday. Right about that time, the skies opened up and the sun shone on a perfect up-close parking space. And Rodney said, never mind, Lord, one just opened up. That's funny, ain't it? Now here's the third potato, and I want to show you a little thing I learned from years of being in the restaurant business. Notice how the knife is going right against my knuckle. Right there. Not only will that help you to guide the knife and make perfect cuts, it will also keep your fingers out of the way and you won't cut your finger. Top tip. Now let's line up our potatoes here because we need to douse them in olive oil. Get them good and wet. Once you get enough olive oil on them, rub it in real good. Oh yeah. Now we need to salt them generously. And then rub it in again. Now once you've done all that, let's get our Dutch oven. You notice that I've already lined it with parchment paper. Just put as many as your Dutch oven will hold. I probably could have put a 4th one in there, but 3's plenty. We're going to take them cuts of the potato and put plenty of olive oil and seasoning on those as well. No sense in throwing them away. Now we're going to take this here little cast iron skillet and put in a stick of butter. And as always, don't throw away the paper. You're also going to need about a teaspoon of salt in there. And then you're going to put in what I call the Simon and Garfunkel blend. Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. See what I did there? Really, just anything with sage, rosemary type, just a nice herb blend. Now let's take it out to camp back porch. So I've started me a chimney full of coals there, and I'm going to put 4 coals in this little pan here, and then I'm going to set my little cast iron skillet on top there. I'm going to use some indirect heat to melt that butter. Now we're going to follow the same rules as always to get 350 degrees in a 12-inch cast iron Dutch oven. We're going to need 8 coals on the bottom and then 16 on top. That's a pretty cool angle right there. I'd love to say I planned it, but I didn't. It just kind of happened. Still cool nonetheless, right? Make sure you arrange those coals up against the lip of the Dutch oven. Let's stir that butter real quick. Make sure those herbs get mixed in. So after your first period of 15 minutes, you want to put some butter on them. Alright, that's enough of that joke. When you put the lid back on, make sure you give it a quarter of a turn. And we're going to check back with it every 15 minutes, and we're going to brush on some of that herb butter and put the lid back on and give it a quarter turn. Now after 45 minutes, those coals have about had it. So I like to take those coals and just get them on the bottom there, let the last little bit of heat work on the bottom. And hey, there's that cool shot again. We're going to put 16 fresh new coals on top. And again, after 15 minutes, we're going to take that herb butter and brush it on top of them taters. And give it a quarter turn again. So I want you to look at them beauties. Well, at this point, what you're going to want to do is take the dull end of a fork or a knife and kind of separate out those slices and then pour the remainder herb butter mixture on top of them. Put the lid back on and let it go for about another 5 to 10 minutes. And I want you to look. Them are done. D-U-N, done. Let's get a closer look at it. Hey, listen, if you enjoy this kind of content, please consider supporting this channel by clicking one of the links in the description. Thanks a bunch. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way. I want you to look at that. It came out beautifully. I guess all we got left to do is give her a little taste. We'll cut us off a notch of that. Look at that. Oh my goodness, I wish you could smell all the butter and the fresh herbs and all that. Woo! Gonna be hardly fit to eat. We'll keep going till we find a good spot, won't we? That's right. Well, folks, here it goes. I can't wait to look in the mirror because I get better looking each day. That there is delicious. My goodness. You make that on your next camping trip, and I promise you, your family's going to love this forever. They're going to want it on every camping trip. That's going to about do it for this episode of Eatin Good in the Woods. And I'd like to say, reach out to your neighbors and tell them you love them. It's troubling times we're living in, and it's nothing that we want to have anything to do with. But here we are nonetheless. Tell them you love them. So until next time, y'all going out there, be nice to one another. I sure love y'all. God bless.